Hello and welcome to Trojan Talk. I'm your host, Aaron Taylor. With me today is Ryan Cole, Director of Troy University's Impact, the student orientation. Ryan, I want to thank you for joining me here today.
Thanks for having me today.
And we're talking about Impact, new student orientation. This is a tradition for incoming freshmen every year. Although this year it's going to be a little less traditional than it has been in the past. Talk a little bit about Impact and the impact that coronavirus is having on Impact.
Right. So really beginning in March, whenever the university kind of announced their plan for the rest of the semester, we began looking really heavily at what we were going to do about Impact, and it explored a variety of options. But traditionally, Impact has been a 2-day session for our incoming freshmen and 1 day for the transfer students. We've condensed all the information we typically present over the course of the 2 days to the freshman students that do elect to come on campus to a 1-day session. So students that were originally scheduled to attend session 1 on June the 15th and 16th will come to campus for that full day on the 15th. Going to be a lot of material covered over the course of that day. Impact will look a little bit different, but we're excited to be able to welcome the students to campus this fall.
And 1 day for that, but then there's also another option for those that are wary of making the trip and being in an area with other people and worried about social distancing.
Yes.
You've provided another option.
Absolutely. So we're also planning for the first time ever to offer a virtual Impact online orientation. We're planning to host those during the week of the originally scheduled session. So students coming to session 1, we'd host them on Tuesday, 2, Thursday, so on and so forth during the summer. That's going to be housed primarily through Canvas, which is our LMS across the university. And we're hoping that's going to help students familiarize themselves with Canvas, as they'll be using that for pretty much all class during their time at Troy, but also for them to interact with other classmates and learn interactively and virtually from faculty and staff, and be able to connect with our Impact leaders as well for that vital kind of face-to-face virtual connection, if you will.
And one of the cool things about the virtual connection is that it's established for everyone.
Right.
Even those that come for the face-to-face Impact, they can go on Canvas and visit this virtual Impact and maybe pick up some things they missed.
Right, and that's one thing we're really excited about, because in the past, students come for Impact and we tell them all this great information, but they may not retain that whenever school starts. So we're hoping by importing all these students into an Impact 1101, if you will, and creating sections of those courses, we'll be able to have students access to that beginning the first day of their session all the way through the fall, so that way we can update them with any important dates, deadlines, reminders, and things they may have missed as well. So this is going to be open to all of our students, and we're excited to be able to provide this, like I said, for the first time ever.
And one of the biggest changes, and another online element that for the face-to-face, since it's 1 day, you've cut out day 2. And one of the major things for day 2 was registration.
Right.
But there's a solution. And it may actually be a little bit more beneficial, because they're talking to some, I guess, that are experts in registration.
Right. So in years past, our Impact leaders who are current students go through an intensive 2-week training process, which we're still doing as we speak. But in the past, they have been the advisors, if you will, for those incoming freshmen. However, beginning this year, all of our incoming freshmen will be advised by our Office of First Year Studies and the John W. Schmidt Center for Student Success over in Eldridge Hall. And they've developed a great procedure to help current students over the COVID-19 pandemic to register for classes for fall. And so we'll be able to work with our students after their Impact session to meet virtually with academic advisors who meet with students from all across the country and state as they prepare to register for classes, and are truly experts in their content areas, and will really be able to help the students and again limit that face-to-face interaction with them.
And it really kind of bridges a gap, because most of those students, when they got to school, because of the change in registration, they would have been dealing with the Schmidt Center for registration anyways as a freshman, now that all freshmen go through that program. So it's starting them a little bit early in dealing with that.
Yes, we are. This would have been our first ever year that the students were fully advised by the first year advisors. So we're excited that we'll be able to kind of test this out in a new way. And they've developed a great procedure over the past few months for helping our current students, and looking forward to implementing certain things this summer for Impact.
And Impact, and I know is a challenge because it is tradition, but the challenges of packing all of that in 1 day. Do you think you and the leaders can face that challenge and be able to knock it out?
Yes, we're looking forward to the challenge. All the departments have been really encouraging, and they've been on board and offering their assistance in any way that they can, because they understand that pretty much every department, every service has had to adapt the information or services that they provide in different ways. Impact is no different. and we will be calling on them at many times as we go through this. We're always looking to improve our program, and so this has allowed us to kind of take a hard look at the information, the content we're providing for the students, and be able to serve them in the best way possible. But we are excited. We're looking forward to the challenge, and that one day on campus is going to be jam-packed with information, but we're again looking forward to welcoming these students this summer and be able to get their journey started at Troy in the best way possible.
Yes, and even though they'll be here for one day, there'll be opportunities to learn everything they need to learn about that, because the campus tours are still on, browse sessions, all the things that were a part of Impact.
Right.
Still there, just kind of streamlined and compressed into one day.
Yes, so we'll still be able to offer our academic departmental meetings, which are often a highlight, be able to meet with faculty members from their particular content area, as well as be able to meet student organizations and community organizations during our student browse session, and again, be able to interact in a socially distant way with their group members and with the Impact leaders. So we're looking forward to still providing these same services and things that not just our Impact leaders, but people from across the Troy community and the university really look forward to, and developing those interactions and relationships with the incoming Troy students. And we're excited, again, to be able to offer those opportunities.
Well, it's good that students are still getting that chance for face-to-face, because I know there were concerns that whether or not this would happen, but still, it's good to hear that we've worked through the problems here at the university and with the corona, and have this ready for students to be here on campus.
Yes.
And learn about the new home away from home. Ryan, good luck with the challenge of the streamlined Impact process, but I know it's going to work out well for everyone, and thanks for joining us today.
Thanks for having me. I appreciate it.
And thank you for joining us on today's edition of Trojan Talk.